What's up, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. So let's get down to this situation. Let's talk about, T.I., Tiny, Sabrina, Peterson, and also Shekinah. Let's talk about Brandi from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. She's married to Max Lux, and that's a whole type of terrible situation. It seems like she should, stay wherever she's at and stay put, but she feel like she needs to throw her hat in this ring to defend Tiny, and that's okay. And also, we're going to talk about Sabrina, Peterson, basically her interviewing someone else about Tiny and T.I. And also we're going to talk about Peterson's, lie detector test, and also Peterson's, record, and people basically saying that, her criminal record and her record of harassing and stalking and hurting people is something that she has done her whole life. Allegedly. That's what that situation is. And people are saying that, she's not the person to believe at all when it comes to gathering victims together. They need somebody else to take on that role, whatever the case may be with that situation. And also the political aspect of the situation between Tiny and T.I. and also Sabrina Peterson, because basically some people saying it's because of politics. You guys tell me what you think about the situation, but basically let's get into Shekinah. Shekinah doesn't want no parts of the situation, point blank, period. She's done. She's finito with the situation. She don't want to talk about Tiny or T.I. because she kind of put her foot in her mouth, basically saying that Sabrina, Peterson was working for Tiny and T.I. and also was intimate with them, and she was a recruiter too as well. So, Shekinah backtracked and she took them statements away and basically said it was just Willie. Willie told her she doesn't know anything indefinite. She doesn't know, Sabrina. She never met her. But then Sabrina said, yes, you do know me. You did some hair around me. I've been around you for 12 hours out of the whole time that you were involved with Tiny and T.I., whatever the case may be. But Shekinah basically doesn't want no parts of the situation at all. And she's actually blocking and deleting people on Instagram. She said her Instagram page is private now. So once she blocks you and deletes you, you can't come back in. And she's basically saying she's worrying about her bills. She ain't worrying about this ish anymore.
I never see this many people in my life. What do you want? What's up, Christy J? Ain't that like praying for yourself? Hold on. Ain't that like praying for yourself? You need to pray for yourself, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Ain't nothing like praying for yourself. Ain't nothing like praying for yourself. I wish I'd just leave. You should just tiptoe out quietly. You know you don't listen to me. You know I be talking about shit. What's up, Malik? What's up, nephew? I love you. Period. Yeah. Ain't nothing going on. Shit. The mortgage coming up. Other than that, nothing. The rent and the mortgage. This month flew by so goddamn fast. I felt like I just woke up and we goddamn January. Now we're in February, and it's the mortgage and the rent and the car note and the water bills and the fucking light bills and the car note and the insurance and that's what's really up. The car note, insurance, the mortgage, the rent.
So also Shekinah was saying basically that she ain't got time for this. She don't got time for this. She don't understand why there was 3,000 people in her Instagram live, because it never looks like that. And she cannot wait till he gets back down to 400, because she is not spending no tea and no beans for anybody. And people in the comments was basically telling her to put on gospel music, put on church music, start talking about God, and all the trolls will leave, because people wanted, Shekinah basically to double down and talk more about the situation between her, T.I., Tiny, and Sabrina Peterson. But Shekinah was not doing it. And now we have Brandi from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. She's married to Max Lux, and she had some trials and tribulations in the media and on Instagram when, people basically seen an altercation between Max Lux and Brandi, and the kids crying and things like that, and people were very concerned about Brandi. She's also pregnant now too, and she's still with her husband. And people are concerned for her. But she basically is concerned about Tiny. So let's check this out.
Tiny, Tamika, Diane Harris is one gorgeous, amazing, loving, wonderful mother, best friend. What a inspiration of an individual. Someone.
So you guys let me know what you think about that situation, but we still should lift Brandi up in prayers because it looks like she's still trying. It looks like she's still going through some things and things doesn't look okay with her. But let's get into Sabrina Peterson interviewing a woman that alleged that she was almost about to catch that flight to go see T.I. and Tiny.
Friends or X, Y, and Z, that he would get upset. He would get enraged. Another thing that particular victim said, which led me to your story, is that she would then sit on her, and don't mention any names, she would then sit on the phone at night and scroll through Instagram and look at cute girls and message them, and so Instagram was a tool being used to recruit more women. So that leads me to your story.
Right. So, with that being said, like I said, I was home one night, and look, it's actually 5:48 a.m. I was in bed, obviously, and
the other,
I see the hit up. Me just being a normal person, like, oh shit, that's T.I. I'm assuming manager or somebody, like, I write, of course, good morning. That's when he says
your phone's breaking up. Your phone's breaking up. Hold on. Your phone broke up. Your phone broke. Hello.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Don't. Your phone's breaking up, and don't say any names. Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, Brianna. Frankie, can y'all hear this? Tell me if you can hear it in the comments.
Hit me up, and I wasn't sure if it was him for sure. So I wrote back good morning, and the first thing he said is, can we do you have a contact? So I'm like, yes. I gave him the contact. When he called, originally I didn't pick up the first call. He then wrote me back and was like, oh, just try calling you. So I called back. Woo, I'm getting a little, because like the stories are like really crazy. So I called back. Him and Tiny were both there.
No names.
Okay. So I spoke with him. He's like, oh, are you interested on being flown out? Like, if it was presented to you, would you be interested in, being in the graces of myself and such? And I'm like, sure. Sure. Like, of course, in the midst of me not thinking, I'm just like, sure, like this hit me up, and I wasn't sure if it was.
That's one of the tactics, number one, they use. Our people in our community are using the same fame that we got them to diminish our people, and that's horrible. Like, so
right.
Asking you, so you're a girl, you don't have, you're a woman, you try to thrive and make money, X, Y, and Z. So kind of just, so that was
right.
That presenting itself was something that was extremely tempting to, to a girl who may be, aspiring to be someone, aspiring to have.
Right. Right.
Okay. So finish.
So now I'm like I said, I have a new baby and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, can I get back to you on this offer? So he's like, sure, you can get back to me, whatever. So now, of course, I speak to my fiance. I'm like, hey, what do you think I should do? Should I, meet up with these people? I see what they have to offer, whatever. And he's like, if you do go, I'm sure they're probably gonna have these And it's crazy because, like, as I'm seeing these stories, I'm seeing that this is exactly what they have these people do, like sign that you cannot speak about what's going on. So, like I said, I considered it because of who they are, and then I like thought back on it, like, because I myself in 2014, I had just questions of like, okay, so why do you want to fly me out? Like, why do you want to meet with me? Like, he's like, oh, we have a venture for you. We can speak more in person about it, whatever. But it didn't sit well with me until why these people wanted. Like, I have 2,000 followers at that time, probably less than that. So I'm like, what about me? Like, where did you know what I mean? Like, I had so many questions in my mind about what did they really want, you know? And it's crazy because, like, as I'm seeing the two individuals, I just didn't understand, like, what did they want from me specifically? Because there was no actual, it was more so, when you get here, we'll speak about it. About a venture, as you've seen. And I'm like, okay, what kind of venture? Like, what is this exactly that you guys, have in mind? And like, I'm shaking right now because I'm just so glad that I didn't go through with it, because it's so many females, as from what I could see, that has got taken advantage of. And like I said, I couldn't relate to it because I've been there. So like, when somebody actually hit me up and was like, didn't these people hit you up? And then they sent me your link. And I'm shaking. Oh my God, I'm shaking. The two individuals, I just didn't understand, like, what did they want from me specifically? Because there was no actual, it was more so, when you get here, we'll speak about it. About
Mm-mm. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. I'm just like, damn. Mm-mm-mm. So moving on from that situation, which is like, damn, is a good thing that she stayed home. But also T.I. has been posting to his Instagram that there have been some ladies that have been found out to be telling fake stories and submitting fake stories to Sabrina Peterson. And there's really no way to check out whether the stories are real or not. And basically, so T.I. has posted this, and a lot of people have posted this too as well, where some of the stories are make believe and they're not true, and people are just doing it for the clout too as well, which kind of diminishes the true victims or the real victims, if there is any victims that are contacting Sabrina Peterson. You got the fake and then you got the real, and it's all mixed in between. So basically, people have to decide whether they believe it or not. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. It's pretty much crazy as ish. And then moving on from this situation, there's other people bragging about, making stories up and sending it to Sabrina Peterson, point blank, period. And that's what a lot of people are doing, I guess. And some people are actually submitting real stories, allegedly. So you guys let me know what you think about the real stories, the fake story. Is there any real stories? And are people compromising, the true essence of people that may have felt like that they were victims? And now that's been diminished because now you have people that just want clout, and some people are laughing about just getting the clout and basically testing the system to see if Sabrina Peterson is actually doing her due diligence to check out and make sure that they're really giving her some receipts. So you guys tell me what you think about this situation, but it is a mess. And hopefully anyone that is hurting, anyone that's been hurt, it actually seek some true justice and get some true help and some true counseling and some true, advice for someone that can really help them and their situation, as far as what can they recoup from the situation. So moving on from that, we have Sabrina Peterson. She has went to go get a lie detector test to prove that she was not lying on T.I. at all when she alleged that T.I. pulled out the steel baby. So basically, she took a lie detector test, and the question was basically about, did T.I. point something at your head? Did T.I. point, something at your head in Tamika's home, Blase the third? Did T.I. threaten you with something he pointed at your head? And she actually passed the lie detector test. So basically, people are saying, okay, it seems like it's some validity to her story too as well. But as you guys know, a lie detector test is not admissible in the court of law because anybody can beat or pass or fail a lie detector test as well. But I think Sabrina Peterson is trying to show good faith that she's actually telling the truth. But a lot of people believe that, this is a characteristic of Sabrina Peterson, to harass people, to stalk them, to make stories up about them. And T.I. and Tiny ain't the only people that she has done this to. There's been other people she has done this to as well, and they have came out to speak up on the situation, and people have pulled Sabrina Peterson's criminal record too. And the alleged situation where Tiny and T.I. is accusing Sabrina Peterson of stalking them for 10 years. There are other people that says that Sabrina has stalked them too for many years. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. You also got Tiny saying that Sabrina, Peterson, she's good with the switch. She's good with the blade. And basically she has a extensive criminal record. And she's no joke, and she don't be playing out here in these streets, and she's about that life. Everything that she say about the street life, that's what she is about. And, she has done some things in her past that make you say, damn. And it also makes you question, whether she's actually telling the truth about the situation when it comes to, the gun. But she passed a lie detector test, and right now she is asking for victims to come and speak to her about their encounter with Tiny and T.I. In order for her to say that is because she know of something. And you guys know Shekinah accused her of being in the mix, being a part of what T.I. and Tiny was doing. She was riding high with them, allegedly. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. And also, some people are thinking about, some people are saying that, this situation basically boils down to the mayor run in, Atlanta. And basically Felicia Moore is, she's been supported by Sabrina Peterson, and T.I. is supporting, Keisha Lance Bottom. So therefore, there's some political situation going on too as well, because now, Miss Keisha Bottom, she can't be having T.I. represent and speak up for her at this point in time until these allegations get taken care of. And basically, there's some way definitive to say that T.I. and Tiny did not do this. So she may have to step back. And when it comes to Felicia Moore, she's going to have to step back from Sabrina Peterson too as well, because of the allegations about her past and her background and things that she was involved in too as well, whether she was complicit with T.I. or no, or whether this all is made up. But with 34 victims, 35 victims, alleged victims. Some of them are false stories. Some of them may be true stories that is coming up. So it's just like a whole mess of shit going on. Point blank, period. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. Lord have mercy. When it rains, it mother effing pours.